Hi, good morning. I'm doing a video that I hadn't really anticipated doing. I thought I would have to wait a few more weeks because I made an order from AliExpress. Now, obviously coming in from China, sometimes, I don't know, sometimes it's taken months, literally. But then sometimes it's been really quick. Like this time it has been quite quick. It's been a couple of weeks, but it has been relatively quick. And yes, you've guessed it, they are fakie Blythes, but not just a fakie Neo. I've got a fakie Middie. And the reason I wanted the Middie, well, two reasons I wanted the Middie. Number one is I wanted to do a comparison because I do actually have a genuine Middie Blythe. So I wanted to do sort of have a little look. I know some of the things are obvious that are going to be very different, but I thought it might be nice just to do a little bit of a comparison, just in case you were considering getting one yourselves. So we're going to have a little comparison with this little girl in a few minutes with the Middie. But the other thing I wanted a Middie for, which I could have actually used this one because she has got like a bob type haircut. But there's going to be a collab going off. I can pop the details in down below for that because off the top of my head I can't remember all the details. And it's going to be for a 1920s flapper outfit. So we need this short dress with fringes and long necklaces and all that look. Absolutely love it. But I think the bob hairstyle works perfectly for that look. So the little Middie I've got in here is why I chose her. Although I've really got no excuse because she's got a bob as well. But she's my more goth girl. She likes her reds and her blacks, even though she's in sort of quite a Christmassy dress still. I need to get her changed. But we'll do a comparison. Oh, bottom of the stand's just dropped off on my knee, thankfully. So we're going to do a comparison top down, but just have a quick review of what I've actually got because I have two boxes that did, as I say, come quite quickly. So we're going to have a little look. Said I wasn't having any more of these. They're a little bit addictive, especially when they come in cheap. I think this one came in at £15 this time. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. And obviously that's undressed. You've got to sort of sort the clothing out on that. But sometimes you see it and you're like, oh, no, I won't. And then I'm like, well, perhaps I'll have one of each hair colour. And then I need a short hair, then I need a long hair, etc, etc. You know what it's like if you collect. But we're going to have a quick look at them, as I say, top down, and see what you think. Please pop comments in below if you do enjoy my channels as well. I don't normally say this at this end because I'm never quite sure who's listening to this bit. Please obviously like, subscribe and share. And I said I love to have a chatter, so pop some comments in below and let's get a look at these two little girls. I will see you in a moment. Hi, well here we go with our little AliExpress boxes, and obviously I've got my original Middie Blythe here ready to do a comparison. I'm just listening to that wind out there. It's really starting to howl. I think we're going to go with the Neo first, or the Neo fakie, because I have got a couple of those, but it's really the Middie that I wanted to sort of discuss. I've already chopped off the things, they just have the label there. Now they've come really well boxed, I must admit. They are well protected. So let's take her out, and we have more hands. I have so many hands. I've just been talking about on my other video about organising things. So I've got some hands, more hands to put in boxes. I'm going to need a box just for hands soon, I think. I will keep that box. I've got a couple of dolls on eBay at the moment, so it'll be quite handy to actually send in them. So I have my scissors here. Let's get going. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a Blythe, a proper Blythe, or should I say? I don't know, you can't say proper because obviously it's still a physical object to compare, unfortunately. That's my aim this year. I really, I keep saying this, and last year I didn't manage to get one. I want a real Blythe. I do. I absolutely love these and I think they're gorgeous, but I do like the idea of having that original one. Although I know I watched March Payne's videos the other day and he made a slight comment on the fact that they are now Good Smile. I didn't know that, so I had a quick look on Good Smile, and yeah, one of the new ones is, so I'm presuming they've taken over. So that would be interesting, but the doll had already gone anyway. Not that I would have been buying it this month, but it had already gone. Right, we've got this face cover here, which again I think is great. I have kept these. Now, not so much for these, but if I'm going out and about, especially if I'm taking the smart dolls, I'm really scared because I know my Shitozi, her nose has rubbed, and that sort of upset me. I've got to try and work out how to do something about that because I've never used a face cover, but these are quite handy just to pop over any of them, really. It just covers their faces, so I do keep those as well. Let's get you out of this plastic bag, Missy. She doesn't look very happy, does she? I know I said I didn't need another one. The main reason I did go for this one is her face is different. She has eyebrows. she actually has eyebrows. My other girls don't. She's also a matte face, which I love. I know the one that I got for Christmas, she's got a matte face as well, which is great. But I just thought her face looked quite a lot different to my other girls. And I think those eyebrows make a massive difference. Her lip shape is different to my other girls as well. They've got sort of a different sort of thing. She's got more detailed mouth rather than anything else. But like I say, she wasn't any more expensive. She was on the cheaper end. It was one of the offers they did. Let's have a look at her eyes, shall we? Let's see what we got, missus. We had, that's the grey. I think they're nearly always the same, to be honest. We had the bright blue. They are a pinky colour, but I think because her hair's brown, they look brown. And there's the pink. So perhaps not. We've got grey. What colour shall we settle on? As much as I usually go for blue eyes, for some reason I think they're a bit extreme on these. I'm going to go for that one. I think it's what's usually like the orange peachy colour on a lot of them. But I think, again, with her hair colour, I think it's sort of affecting. And the fact she's got the eyebrows. Her eyelashes are nice as well. There's a little bit of shape into the eyelashes. So I really do love her face. I really do. And her hair, I'm hoping you can pick this up. It feels quite nice, thankfully. It's always that dreaded, is it going to sort of be sticky or gluey or stiff or something like that. And you see all the colours in this? I don't even know what colour to call her hair. Because to be honest, as much as I thought, oh, a brunette, I would say it's almost a pinky red with a blonde, would you say? I don't know. I think it's perhaps a pink, yes. Absolutely love that hair colour. Her hair's got a nice wave to it. She's got a lot of it, a huge amount of it. The other thing is, my other girls, I'm just trying to think, there's all but one have fringes. So again, this is a slightly different look. That is when I say about the collecting. The problem being is you go and have a look at these and there are so many hair colours, so many skin tones, so many different facial features. And oh, you're sort of like, oh, but I like that one, but oh, but then I like that one. So it does get a little on the addictive, I'm afraid. But I am going to behave. I have a shelf now because I've separated all my dolls up. I just love this hair. I just love the colours. So they've all got like a category within the room. So I've only got room for maybe a couple more I could squeeze in on that shelf. But I'm going to be good after that, honest. Well, we'll see. We'll see. So this is how she is. Her body is this typical sort of, well, I don't know what you could call, what do you call it? It's a Nemo body, into an A-zone type body, which is great because you can pose them and the articulation's great. They're great for photographs. I'm saying great a lot, aren't I? And yeah, I love them for that reason. And whereas obviously the sort of legit Blythe, she's stiff-bodied. But that is just the nature of the doll. So really, I know we refer to these as fakies, and they're facially they're copies, aren't they? To a certain degree. But it's such a shame because they're actually such lovely dolls. They could do with really having their own category, rather than sort of people sort of pulling faces a little bit, sort of the fact that they are sort of copies or rejects or whatever. I don't really know. There's a little bit of controversy obviously regarding these, but there's also a huge amount of people who collect them, and I think as long as you're saying they're fake, I think that's all that really matters. So let's cover you up with your hair. We need to find us some clothes, don't we? I have got some clothes. Thankfully, because the bodies are very similar to the Cindy's and the Barbies, etc., it's quite easy to so that they can share clothing. So I will need to sort out a little dress for her. So I'm going to move her to one side. I'm going to keep playing with that head. Over there. We'll just have your little head peeping out. There we go. So let's have a look at this Middie. Oh, I just mentioned about the hands, didn't I? These hands are great. Again, especially if you're wanting to do photographs, or you've got pointy fingers, you've got all sorts of thumbs up. Now, you don't always get hands with them. I think most of them do a set of hands included. But you sometimes can get different variations of what they're offering. So that's something you would need to read and check up on. I've got a pointy finger. I've got a pointy finger. It's all right. I've been thinking of something I want to do, sort of photograph-wise, and I could do with a pointy finger. I'll have a look, because I've got some others, and I'm going to be sorting out that shoebox with the accessories as well, so I'll have a look there. So they can go with her over there. So, little box. Now, I do actually think she's going to be quite different. Look at the little face, because I think I actually like these compared to the actual original ones. So box on the floor, all this cardboard. We have a little dress. It's, oh, we do have some little hands. I didn't realise I was getting some little hands. Should we get in this before we get in her? Where does it open? Where does it open? No idea. There we go. Try to avoid putting scissors on bags like this because I'm guaranteed that I'm going to get things everywhere. It's just a very basic, could you argue that's even a dress, to be honest? It is just a little, it pulls up. That's as much as I can say. It covers her, makes her decent, but that's about as far as it goes. And then she's got these little tiny weeny hands, because obviously these hands don't come off on this one. So it's, again, it's nice if you're doing photographs and things to sort of have a play about with some sort of little expressions and things like that. Oh, I think that is one of the reasons perhaps the fakies have become so popular, because people do like to photograph their dolls. And obviously, I'm just going to cut that bit off. If you can sort of get sort of the expression or the hand movements or the positioning, you're going to get a great photo, aren't you? Oh, there she is. We have a little head cover again. As you can see, this is the bob I was going for, and I think it's really nice. We've got some hair all over the place. I'm not quite sure what that is. I can't even pick it up. What is it? Yeah, we've got some hair that I think perhaps should have just been sort of brushed out, but the hair is lovely and soft with cute lilac. So I think a bob's a lot shorter than the other one, so I think it's going to work better for the look that I want. Now, the eye movement, we only have a side-to-side eye movement on these tinies, but you do anyway on the other one. So let's have a look. Ooh. So whatever eye colour you've picked is the eye colour you get. So she's got these sort of like grey colours, which are great with the hair colour. The body is so tiny. Again, I think the one that's on the Middie, I know it's a variation, I'm not saying it's exactly it, is sort of towards the Pure Nemo. And I think this is towards the Pico Nemo, the little tiny weeny one. So let's have a quick look. So I'm going to pull in my other Blythe here. I'm going to have to take your dress off, I'm afraid, missus, because we can't do any comparisons. You've got your dress on, so I hope that's not going to upset anyone. So we can see, as far as height's concerned, I think the fakie is slightly taller. Not massively so, but that's probably down to the body size. Their faces, I think, look very, very different. I'm just having a quick, yeah, can you see it? We've got that sort of side to side bit there that she's got exactly the same. I prefer the matte face, but I know that's a love or hate thing. Some people like it, some people don't. So I do actually prefer that. I would say the mouth shape is similar, but that could be the paint job. She still has a little dimple, like this little girl has a little dimple, so that is a definite similarity. I think though facially, I don't know, is it, do you think it's just the shine? I don't know, let me know what you think there. I think they are different, I do, but when we sort of look to the side, you can see they're almost identical. What's their ears look like? Their ears almost the same as well. So that side of it is very, very similar. I'm going to turn you both over. And as I mentioned, we've got a slidey bit there, almost exactly the same size. Obviously, this one has the Blythe logo, etc., etc., whereas this doesn't have anything there. The screws look the same. The head here looks the same because we've got a little bit of articulation in there, side to side. A little bit back. Now actually that's something I like, because when you're trying to take photos of these, the heads don't tip back. Now I've seen a few people have like these little pieces that go inside, allow the head to tip back a little bit more, or it looks straighter. These always look like they're going to fall over. It's not something I've got around to doing yet because I'm quite nervous about taking them apart, but I've got quite a bit of head movement there. Although it does look a little fragile. That frightens me a little bit. Whereas, let's see. Yep, she's got... This one's smoother. That head movement, you can see it sort of looks like it's a solider sort of ball inside there. It feels a lot safer. This one, where the neck is attached to the ball, this one's a solid piece. So it goes all the way up and there's like, it looks like it's a ball on the top. So there's no chance of that cracking. This, the ball looks like it's stuck on top of the neck, which looks a little bit precarious to me. I can see sort of if I, not that I'm planning on pulling ahead, but if I pulled that a little bit too much, I think it would snap. I think you would have to be careful with that. She's got all the articulation that the body's got on the fakie Neo. Again, it feels very delicate, but obviously the more joints you're going to get and the smaller the doll, they are going to feel a little bit more sort of a bit scary. In fact, I think I'm not going to, but they look like they sort of clip on and off. But you've got all these movements, which it says it's absolutely brilliant to take photographs of. I love that. Whereas obviously this little girl next to us is very, very straight bodied. Different structure altogether. This is where it becomes difficult for me to make clothes. If I'm saying I'm going to make a top for a Blythe Middie, as in a legit, you can see the body structure is very different, whereas this body structure is very tiny on the top. So it is hard if people sort of want you to make outfits to get a match unless you've got the originals. So that does become a little bit difficult, although I know a lot of people are taking the originals and then they put them on these bodies because again they want that movement. I'm surprised these haven't picked up on it as a company. I mean, we don't know what's going to happen now. It's Good Smile. Is there going to be more? Is there going to be less? Are they going to change them? Absolutely no idea. Let's slip on this little, not quite sure what it is. So look, this is a little cover over. I suppose that's the strap. I suppose that holds it up like that. Don't think I'll be keeping that. I need to make her some stuff, but I'm going to be doing the flapper dress anyway, aren't we? We'll just pop that over there to make you a little bit more decent. But otherwise, I don't know. I actually think I prefer this one. I love this one. Not saying I don't. But I think there's something sort of cheekier, sort of cuter. But like I said, she is more of a goth girl, so I suppose she's allowed to look a bit more menacing, whereas this one looks a bit more cheeky, so I think she'll make great sort of 1920s girl. So I'm looking forward to doing that. So that's basically it. I just wanted to show you what I got, and even though I'd not anticipated, doesn't she look like she's got a sulky face? Absolutely love it. I don't know why. It's like, I mean, I haven't got a pull-up, I've got a doll. And I've got a couple of the others from the pull-up range, but it's the doll that's my favourite, the DAL, because she looks like she's sulking, and I just think it looks really cute. And I think we've got the same with this. I think it's the eyebrows, look, because they sort of like go down a bit. Yes, love her. I need some more stands as well. That's something else I need to sort out. I've got a few. I might be able to pinch a spare one off one of the others and then she can go on the shelf. But this little one's going to be staying with me while I sort out the outfit. So you will see her later when I've got an outfit sorted for her. I can't remember the date. I've got it in my head. It's around the 26th-ish for this collab thing. That's not quite the right word, but you know what I mean. So I'll put a few details in there. It's one of these where we've got a couple of other sort of doll collectors doing it as a sort of like a competition between them, where you sort of vote and things, but everybody else is more than welcome to sort of put their videos up, and you put your hashtag and all that sort of thing. But I will put the information in below for you for that, because off the top of my head I still can't remember, so I need to look on the other people's videos so I can find out that information for you. So I'm going to leave it at that. If you enjoyed that, please pop a comment, give me a like, please subscribe, share. You know how it goes. It's great to see everybody. Love to hear the comments. Always try to get back with the comments as well. I do like to try and answer everybody. Sometimes though, messages do go awry. I have noticed that on YouTube. Sometimes I see a message in my email and then I go onto my YouTube, it's not there. Don't know what's going off there. So if I ever miss anyone, I do apologise, because I do try to answer absolutely everybody. So I'm going to pop these girls to one side because I have a hat to make, don't I? Now, if you don't do the crochet ones, you won't have seen this, but there's my little Christmas girl with our pom-pom hat for Blythe. So we're going to be making another one of those. If you're not one of the crochet people who are in my group, or you don't crochet, I do make these things to sell as well, and I do have a website, but sometimes just contact me if you're interested, because I don't always get them up on the website straight away, and sometimes I might only make one thing, or I will do a different colour for somebody else and things like that. So they're more commission work. So we're going to be making that. So if you're a crocheter, join in and we'll make a pom-pom hat together. Otherwise, I'll see you all very soon, and I've got some shoe sorting to do as well. See you in a little while. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye for now.